from the soul with it. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Rex coming to you live with yet another video. If you're new to the channel, please be sure to click that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be a part of the notification squad. So I gotta talk to y'all about Pusha T, bro. He got a new diss track. It's called The Story of Adidon. I don't know if I'm saying the name right. Adidon. It looks really close to Adidas, bro. I don't know. But I'm telling you, bro, this track is fire, okay? So he did a freestyle over Jay-Z, The Story of OJ, and he used Drake's, like, one of his old pictures, I guess, when he was in, like, performance arts, like, when he was, if it's not Degrassi or something, probably before Degrassi, bro, but he has, like, him up there with, like, a black face, and then, okay, the whole story of the song, the backstory, is about him not taking care of his son. Listen, Drake should have just ignored Pusha T and just took shots at him every now and then, bro. Like, I didn't think that the diss track that he did against the dummy, whatever the track was, I didn't think it was a great track from the get-go. Everybody was, go look at my last video that I did, my last review. I did not like the song. I told you that Infrared was a lot better because it had facts. I felt like Duppy beat was just an amazing beat. Some people didn't agree that the beat, they didn't like the beat. I like Gilly the Kid's reaction. You know, he was just saying that, you know, it had no authenticity to me. You know, Pusha T was hitting him with facts, you know, when he was talking about, well, we're going to go back to the Infrared song. You know, when he was talking about Drake, it was written by Nas. It was written like Nas, but it was Quentin. Like, you know, Nas wrote his, and it was written, it was a classic. And for you to say, like, all right, Drake comes at, you know, Kanye West for having a ghostwriter, right? But if you think about it with Drake, he always talking about he's top five. I'm not top one. I'm not top five. I'm top two. And he has a ghostwriter. We never heard Kanye West say, I'm the greatest rapper. I'm top five. He always said, I'm my favorite rapper. Or he'll say some things like he said, Tupac is the greatest. There'll never be another rapper greater than Tupac in history of rap. He said that, but he said he's going to be a Tupac of fashion. So there's a difference when Drake is going at someone like Kanye West for having a ghostwriter. You can't sit up there and criticize Kanye West because he's not saying he's the best. Now, I understand that it's not great to have a ghostwriter, but he's an entertainer. And if you're going to just be an entertainer, Drake, then go ahead and be an entertainer, right? And this is what I told, you know, my friend a long time ago. We had a discussion, and this was during the time when Meek Mill and Drake was beefing. You know, I told him that the people will side with Drake at that moment when Back to Back came out. Everybody was laughing. Meek Mill was the butt of the joke. L, all that, right? But now all of a sudden, I told him, I specifically told him, I said, watch, the tide will change. If once, like, it's like when you're roasting someone, but somebody has a personal or something. That personal is going to stick a lot longer. People going to come back and be like, oh man, like, I just thought about something. He said this and he was actually right. The joke, people will get over the joke. Like, it's people in history who've been made fun of. But when you go back and you actually look at things in the full totality, you like, okay, well, now I see, and you analyze things. You get what I'm saying? When people are prisoners of the moment, they don't really analyze because their emotions are involved. But I'm going to get into the song, but I just want to give y'all a backstory of, you know, as far as like he was talking about with like Pusha T, he was talking about Lil Wayne, and you see Lil Wayne still on tour. He can't sit back and kick his feet up and do what, you know, any other artist would do. You know, he has to tour for the rest of his life. You know, he's owed money by Birdman, you know, and now that, you know, Drake, from what I hear, Nicki Minaj has a 360 deal. This is what, you know, Remy Ma said. She exposed, right? So if Wayne can't get out of his contract and Wayne's going through different obligations over there, I understand that Drake is with, I think it's Warner Bros. Or whatever, but he's still tied into Birdman and what's going on over there. So if that was the case, Drake would be on his own right now. So for my belief, I believe that Wayne is just dealing with contractual issues, and Prince and Michael Jackson were artists, some of the biggest artists in the world, who were dealing with contractual issues with their record labels. Same thing happened with Prince before he passed, before he got his masters, right? So if a big artist like that can't get their masters, or they can't, they're having, they looked at, like Prince said, he felt like a slave. Just imagine what Drake or Nicki Minaj are going through, especially if Remy Ma exposed that. So I want to get into some of the lyrics, man. I felt like it was really just a dope track. People like Pusha T lost the first battle. I felt like Pusha T won, but this track right here, I'm seeing people say Drake's dead. I felt like Drake was losing his wave anyway. People criticized me on my last video for saying that Drake was starting to lose his wave. As far as like the God's Plan video, right? On the God's Plan video, why are you giving out money during your video? Why you didn't do it before your video? It makes it look like you was just doing it just to get people to trigger, to play on people's emotions and to take advantage of that moment to get the people back on your side. It's rappers, it's people, popular rappers like Daylight, who talk about the same thing. Drake's not as popping as he was. Like when that back to back came out, Drake was like, he hit the top. Like he was starting to come out, the Hotline Bling. His wave was really strong, bro. And I was like one of the biggest Drake fans before that time, before a lot of people started to get on the Drake wave, right? And I'm not acting like, oh, I was, listen to it first, but I felt like Pusha T won the first round anyway. You get what I'm saying? He had a lot of dope bars in there. He was like, how could you write your wrongs and you don't even write your songs? That's another line. But I'm going to go over some more, some different ones. Like, he was like, drug dealing aside, let's have a heart-to-heart about your pride. Even though you're multi, I see your soul don't look alive. He said the M's count different when baby divides the pie. Ooh, like, slice of the pie, bro. Get a cut of the pie. Okay? When baby divides the pie, bro. Meaning, when baby gets a cut of the 360 deal, when baby gets a cut, he's with Universal, Warner Brothers, Young Money. That means when they divide that pie, you're left with little. And you might get an advance, but at the same time, see, a lot of people don't understand the business. All they know is what's on the outside. They look at what's perceived and the smoke and mirrors and the flashy cars and all the other stuff. So they think this person has all this money. But anyway, moving on. He told Dennis Graham to stay off the gram, and how Drake's father wasn't in his life, and now history repeats itself. How Drake isn't in his son's life. He so-called has a stripper or Instagram model pregnant, and now he's pretty much flipping the script and pretty much turning it on Drake. Uh, when I listened to the track the first time, I was like, bro, this is whack. But then I actually looked at the lyrics and seeing what he was saying, bro. That's why you have to listen to things more than once, bro. I listened to Duppy more than once, and I still didn't like it. But this track, bro, overall, bro, I have to give it like an 8 out of 10, bro. Like, I think it was tough. So, we're going to see how Drake come back. But like I said, I feel like Drake wave was dying anyway. He constantly tries to go at Jay-Z. It's just money talk. He tried talking money talk with Jay-Z. And you just can't do that, bro. Like, you can't. And then Meek, he went to jail, came back, and he still, like, he overcame that obstacle because everybody was acting like Jesus got out of jail when Meek Mill got out of jail. Shout out to Meek Mill, but, and that's what Pusha T said. How dare you put Ye in my verses? I'm selfish. I want all the curses. I'm pre-booking the churches. Like, he can't go bar for bar with Pusha T. And this is what I said, and I'm gonna end this video. Like I said, with Infrared song, Kendrick Lamar is one of the dopest rappers, right, of this time. And people saying that Pusha T didn't win because it's Pusha T. If Kendrick Lamar would have did Infrared, bro, people would have said Drake's career is done. Even if he dropped Duppy, they would have said you're done based off the hype that Kendrick Lamar has. Even with, you look at the song that he did, Control. The name calling is what gave the Control verse a lot of power. You know, that's what gave it the attention, the name calling. You know, not to say it wasn't a dope verse, but I'm saying like that's what really put that verse on the globe. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, you know, you may be able to, but a lot of people can't even name you other bars of that song. You get what I'm saying? Unless you're a true Kendrick Lamar fan. But a lot of people who aren't Tupac fans, they know of that hit 'em up verse. They know Nas Ether. Like you not even have to be a real Nas fan, but you know almost every word to Ether. You know how to start off, you know the ending of it. You know, so like I said, if Kendrick Lamar would have wrote Infrared, they would have said Drake's career is done. It's dead. But like I said, this track was dope. You know, I would be interested in hearing Drake's reply. You know, he talked about his mother, and now everything is off limits because you talked about his wife. Everybody was like the Pusha T said. You know, Drake was like, "Let it ring," like Virginia Williams. That line was corny to me. You know, the line was corny, but to me the track was corny. But y'all let me know what y'all think. My review. I think this track was dope. Like Pusha T, great comeback. Drake at this point, bro, I think he should respond because you're not going to win a battle versus a true lyricist who really writes his stuff, bro. Like he's dedicated to his craft and he's from the streets. He has major backing. I don't think it's a great idea, but that's just my opinion. Y'all get in the comment box. Like and subscribe, bro. I'm out, bro.